All right, all right, all right. Michael Gebben here, your mind mechanic, tuning up hearts and minds one at a time so that your ideas don't get constipated in you. I got to make myself giggle. Tuning up hearts and minds one at a time so your ideas don't die in your heart, your head, or your hard drive. But let's talk about some creative constipation today. I came up with this yesterday after my daily jumpstart, and I sent it to somebody because this particular person had left a pretty lengthy reply to something that I had posted. And I've done some coaching with this person, and I think she said it back to me. I had a different word. I can't remember what it was right now. And then she called it out. Like, that makes a lot more sense. But this creative constipation, what is that? I mean, you can think whatever you want, but at least from what I understand of constipation, because I had some TMI a little bit when I was younger anyways, is that there's some stuff stuck and it ain't coming out and you need to get it out. And so when it comes to creative constipation, it's truly the essence of my message, letting ideas die in your heart, your head, or your hard drive. And so we are inundated with messages left and right, front and center, backwards and forwards. And a lot of people who have opinions have very, 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 very strong opinions about what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do, how many times you should post, when you should post, what days of the week you should post, what hours of the day you should post, how you should post, what links you should post, should it look a certain way, not a certain way, sound a certain way, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it causes people to not do anything. How do I know this? Because it's many times caused me to not do things and keep things inside because I'm like, I shouldn't do that. And it's not even because I don't want to do it. It's because there's been so much planted in our minds. If you go through life in an unaware way, then people will infiltrate that little brain of yours, that big brain of yours, that medium-sized, small-sized brain of yours. And you won't even know that the decisions you're making are no longer your own, but rather that of other people. And sometimes you're not making a decision at all because either way you choose, you've already had stuff put into your mind that says this way is bad and this way is bad. So I don't know which way to go. So I won't go anyway. And what I told this person, I'm like, you keep posting like on comments, like you're super smart, you're super talented, you're super intelligent, but you're like not posting except for like respond. You're spending a lot of time writing something very thoughtful up that gets buried in somebody's comment thread on a post on somebody else's thing. And you go like just specifically to their Facebook wall. This is a person, like, what is your thing you're wanting to do? Do you have writing you want to share with the world? Do you have designing you want to share with the world? Crafting? Do you have videography that you want to share with the world? Photography that you want to share with the world, but you're not sharing it? And this person that said to me, because I said, there's not that much you post on your wall, but I guarantee this isn't the first time you left a comment like that to me. Like, you have stuff that can help people. You have talent. You have skills right now. But there's not much of it's being shared anywhere. And there's this like, I've thought about it. And, I don't know what people are going to think of me. They're going to think I'm crazy. Cause she's into some, different stuff. Like, I'm into some people, I'm on the same page. Like, I get her, but it's still stuff that I don't understand. Right. Same thing with me. I mean, I talk about some stuff too, that some people are like, I don't get that guy. But I just got a message today. I won't read the whole thing because there's some stuff in it that's I don't like to throw names of people under the bus. Person privately mentioned, said more specifically is what triggered. Oh, here it was right up here. It says, one thing that I appreciate about your work is that it is helping me be okay to let go of what is not me. So much out there is saying you have to be authentic, but then say you have to be a particular type to actually succeed. Big part of being yourself is shedding off what you are not and being really okay with letting that go. Thanks for being a positive voice. So it said, so more specifically, what triggered this is this current trend in marketing is a serious bummer. You will remain miserable unless you sign up for my program. Blank, blank, blank are all taking a different approach that is much more human. Here's who I am. Here are my values. Here is stuff I think may help you. And if you ever want another level of help, I'm here. No guilt, just value. And it's because I've been around a lot of the shame-based marketing, the guilt-based marketing, the like, I have the way, and without my way, you will not succeed. And it's taken me shedding that and showing up, right? Me showing up and not being creatively constipated, if you will, and showing up for you. Because right now, like, there's only really ever one person watching this video, you, the person right now, me and you. I can't see you unless you leave me a comment, unless you send me a message like that, which I'm grateful when I get, you know, unless you leave a like and I can see your name. Like, I don't know who you are, but I know there is a you that what I'm saying resonates with. But there's only me right now alone in my office, and there's you alone probably wherever you are with headphones on or whatever watching this. And by me showing up the way I'm showing up, it's giving you permission to show up that way too. Will there be people who don't get you, don't understand you, think you're crazy, think you're weird? I said, for sure. But what's the greater pain? That judgment that you will receive from people, because it's likely to happen. I mean, the percentages are high. Or you being creatively constipated and having all these things inside of you that you want to share, that you want to get out, that you want to help people, you want to serve people, you want to coach people, you want to transform their lives, you want your entertainment, your comedy to make an impact. You love doing it and you want to share it, but you're afraid and you're keeping it in because you're not sure. Am I going to annoy people? Am I going to bother people? What are those people going to think of me? They think this of me. They might now think that of me if I do that, if I say that, if I show up that way. And I've just learned that it's a heck of a lot easier to just be exposed, quite frankly. I've chosen a profession. I've chosen something where, quite frankly, I'm going to put myself out there. The vast majority of a lot of things. I'm a private person in a lot of ways, for sure. But I've also known that it's a lot easier to not have to hide behind a mask in a persona. And then I'm also being and showing up in a way that I wished more people would. Be the example, right? I want there to be a world filled with more people where what you see is what you freaking get. So when you see people that you either feel icky and, then you find out what you see isn't what you get, like, know that you don't have to be that to succeed. And so that's something that I struggled with a lot, had a lot of pain and trauma around, that now I'm going, I don't want people, like, there's certain things you're going to have to struggle through, whatever, no matter what. But simultaneously, there's other things that you don't have to, or you're already in it. And I'm going to say something, or somebody like me, or you in the future for somebody else, it's going to shine a light, expose certain things, and you're going to see people do certain things where you feel relief. You go, thank God there is another way. And somebody I'm working with right now, we were just talking about, he's in the military, and that idea that certain personality types or certain upbringings or certain career paths have a very black and white. Now, I said in the military, there are things that, depending on what you're in, could be very life or death. Pretty important to look at things a little bit more black and white. But then there's things outside of that. A lot of what this person's working on right now, it's not so black and white. So you may have a black and white view of the world right now when there's a gradient, there's a gray area, there's a rainbow, right? There's shades. And if you're still just seeing this or that, if this isn't working and you don't like that, but you really want to do this overarching thing, you're going to be stuck. And I love to point out and help people see this, the 50 shades of gray, but the 50 shades, the gradients that exist so that they can go, oh, okay, I feel relief. There is another way, or I can do that. And this person directly or indirectly is giving me permission to just show up and to be me and to not hide who I am and to not be creatively constipated. Right? Where it's killing you inside, holding all these things in that you want to get out in the world and you want to share. And more every day, I have to shed those old layers of me because there's so much that I do want to do or create. And for me, I'm more of a quantity guy than I'm not that the quality can't come from quantity, but certain people doing certain things, maybe you're going to take longer to create one thing. But like this for me and some of the other things I plan to do with interviewing more people and sharing more things, like, I'm not the guy, like, I genuinely, I don't know, but there's like different people who interview people who spend a lot of time preparing, and it makes the interview great because of the preparation. There's other people who don't spend much time preparing, and because of their skills, the interview is still great without the preparation. And that goes for a lot of things in life. I have found that my preparation is through doing, through action, through creating. That is how I prepare. That is how I've gotten better at what I'm doing right here. And that's been a trend in my life. And anytime I go and think, well, I have to do the opposite, I should actually spend 45 minutes preparing for this daily jumpstart and putting slides together and then music and all these things. I don't want and don't enjoy that, which means all this stuff that's inside of me to get out that is helping people right now. It may be this video, it's the first time you find me, or the 15th time you found me, or the 500th. And this is helping you. It wouldn't be helping you if I truly believed it had to be done one specific type of way. And if there was somebody telling me, well, man, you can't do that. Like you really need to spend more time preparing that, editing it down. Don't just do it live. Like it's too random. People are going to be bored by it. They're not going to listen to the whole thing. Like you're just wasting your time. You really need to make sure you think about it a lot more, have some bullet points. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even show up. And I've had so much success and so much wins in my life because thankfully I pushed through that resistance. And I had people that it wasn't about being lazy, it wasn't about not doing a good job. By God, when I show up to do what I show up to do, if I've made the choice to show up to do it, I'm giving you everything I got. There ain't no other way for me. If I'm only capable of a 2 right now, I'm giving you a 2. But if I'm capable of a 10, and the old me used to allow, because this is what I believed, having packages that were a 2. And what I mean by 2, meaning your skills are a 10, but you allow people to book something or do something with you that you're only supposed to show up and do a 2 out of a 10 of your skills. That left me unsatisfied, unfulfilled, and very not proud of what I was doing when I did that. And I didn't do very much of it, because all that ended up happening is I allowed the person to book the cheaper thing and still did the better thing. I might have lost financially, but I mentally was still happy, enjoyed what I did, until the resentment built up and I was pissed off at myself because I wasn't charging in correlation to the value that I was truly bringing. Because in the beginning, the value wasn't there. There wasn't a gap. And so over time, though, there's too much out there that's teaching people to, quite frankly, be mediocre at times. And although some people's interpretations of the way I show up, if they showed up like me, they would be mediocre. They would not do a good job, right? There's people who can get on a sales call and having no prep and crush it. And there's people that spend an hour prep and don't crush it. And there's people who spend an hour prep and that's how they'd crush it, because if they didn't spend any prep, they wouldn't crush, right? And when you start looking at that dichotomy of life, it just makes it easier on certain levels, because you just realize there really isn't a wrong and a right way to do things. I mean, there could be ethics and morals and integrity and whatever. We can get into that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking simply about you having the ability to put yourself out there, to have your ideas come to fruition where people could see it and something magical could happen from you putting your ideas and your creations into the world, rather than being afraid that you're posting too much or you're posting too little or you're not posting at the right time or you're not doing this or not doing that, or you should do, or you should do, should do, should do, should do. Just do you. And the more you show up that way, the more you'll attract and have people in your life who appreciate you for you. And you're not having to put on a mask every day that doesn't feel right. That's it today. Your daily jumpstart. Michael Gebben here, tuning up hearts and minds one at a time so your ideas don't die. Your heart, your head, your hard drive. Let's get you unconstipated, my friend. Wow, what an episode. Your daily jumpstart. Keep rocking, keep rolling. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.